October 13th, 1917. In a remote field in Portugal, tens of thousands of people stood in the rain, waiting for a miracle. Suddenly, the clouds parted, the sun appeared, and began to spin, change colors, and plunge toward the earth. A terrifying and awe-inspiring event that many claimed was supernatural. Was it a miracle? An optical illusion? Mass hysteria? In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most baffling, unexplained events in modern history, the miracle of the sun in Fatima.
In 1917, Europe was devastated by World War I. Portugal was under political turmoil and religious tension. In a tiny village called Fátima, 3 children, ages 7 to 10, claimed to see visions of a lady from heaven while tending their sheep. The lady reportedly appeared monthly, on the 13th, and delivered messages about prayer, repentance, and world peace. During one of the apparitions, she promised, "In October, I will perform a miracle for all to believe."
Word spread quickly.
On the day of the promised miracle, a crowd of 50,000 to 70,000 gathered, including skeptics, reporters, and scientists. It had been raining for hours. The ground was muddy, the crowd soaked. Then, around noon, the rain stopped. Clouds broke, the sun appeared. But instead of shining normally, something extraordinary happened.
The sun looked like a dull silver disk. It spun rapidly on itself and suddenly zigzagged toward the earth. People screamed. Some prayed. Others fainted. The sun changed colors. Red, blue, yellow. It looked like stained glass. The ground and the clothes dried instantly.
People as far as 10 to 15 miles away reported seeing the same thing, but no scientific instruments, no observatory, recorded any unusual solar activity. So, what did they see? Over the years, scientists and skeptics have offered various explanations for what happened in Fatima, but none of them fully account for everything reported that day. Let's break down the most common theories and where each one falls short. 1. Atmospheric phenomena, sundogs, parhelia, solar halos. One of the first ideas proposed was that the crowd witnessed a rare atmospheric optical phenomenon. Things like sundogs or parhelia can make it appear as though the sun is flanked by bright spots, or that halos and strange colors surround it. Why it doesn't fully explain Fatima. These phenomena are stationary. They don't spin, zigzag, or fall from the sky. Sundogs happen with ice crystals at high altitudes. Weather reports from Fatima show low clouds and rain, not the clear cold conditions needed. Sundogs are usually mildly impressive, not enough to cause mass hysteria or fear. Most importantly, none of these phenomena can be predicted weeks in advance by uneducated children. In short, while sundogs and halos are real, they simply don't behave like what was reported in Fatima. 2. Mass hallucination or collective suggestion. Could it have been a case of mass hallucination? After all, 70,000 people were primed to expect a miracle. Maybe they convinced themselves they saw one. Hallucinations are subjective experiences. But thousands of people reported similar visual details: spinning sun, color shifts, zigzag movement. Some witnesses were skeptical or non-believers, including journalists and secular observers. They were not emotionally invested. Reports came from villages up to 10 miles away, where no one was gathered or suggested anything. Yet they also reported strange visual effects in the sky. Hallucinations don't dry muddy clothes or earth, yet multiple witnesses testified that everything was suddenly dry afterward. If this was a hallucination, it was unlike any recorded in history. shared by thousands across distances with physical effects. 3. Optical illusion, eye fatigue, staring at the sun, retinal effects. Another theory suggests people stared at the sun too long and their eyes played tricks on them. That can cause colors, blurs, and even a spinning sensation. Why it doesn't fully explain Fatima. Witnesses described looking at the sun without pain, as if it had lost its normal brightness. That's not typical when staring at the real sun. The effects were seen even by people not directly staring, including reports of shifting light and color on the ground and surrounding landscape. Eye fatigue can't explain movement of the sun itself or the impression that it was falling toward Earth. Eye-based illusions are personal, not shared identically by thousands. Yes, optical illusions are real, but this would have to be the most coordinated and complex eye trick ever recorded. 4. Meteorological coincidence plus confirmation bias. Some suggest it was simply a coincidence. The rain stopped, the clouds parted, and in a moment of tension and expectation, people projected meaning onto a natural event. Why this explanation falls short? People didn't just see the sun appear. They saw it spin, emit strange lights, and plunge downward. Drying of the ground and clothes was reported as almost instantaneous, despite the area being waterlogged just minutes before. The children had predicted the miracle a full month in advance, and on the exact day, something extraordinary occurred. It's possible that expectation played a role, but not enough to generate identical vivid reports from such a massive, diverse crowd.
Each of these scientific theories can explain a part of the story, but none of them explain the whole thing. Not the prediction, not the physical effects, not the shared experience across believers, skeptics, and distant observers. The miracle of the sun remains one of those moments where science meets mystery. So, what really happened in Fatima in 1917? A weather anomaly? A mass psychological event? Or something truly supernatural? The so-called miracle of the sun remains one of the most fascinating and perplexing public events in religious history. It was foretold, it was witnessed, and to this day, it remains unexplained. What do you think happened? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves a good mystery.